Hello, my name is Laura. I had carpal tunnel surgery today, and I'm here to tell you about how the surgery went and how the recovery has been so far, even though it's just been since this morning. The operation went very well. It's a very quick procedure. They gave me the option of having general anesthesia, local, or just numbing the hand. I opted for numbing the hand. It's a whole lot faster for recovery, to be able to go in and have the procedure and then come right on out. They did Carpal. You can see how my hand is a little bit orange going all the way down to the elbow. Carpal is just a cleaning soapy solution to help sterilize the hand. They put a tourniquet around my hand to help prevent any bleeding. That is then draped. There's a cloth then that drapes around the tourniquet over my head, so I actually can't see everything else that's going on. It's not resting on my head. They did secure up. That way they have a nice sterile environment on the other side for them to work with. They did a great job numbing up the hand. During the procedure, I could feel pressure from them opening up the wrist where the incision is to be able to slide the device in there to cut the fibrous tissue that was causing the problem in my hand. And into the procedure, I could feel some of the cutting, so I just let the doctor know. I said, hey, I can feel that. And so he said, okay. He numbed it up with some more lidocaine. Problem solved, no big deal. They did have the anesthesiologist there just in case I did end up having any kind of anxiety and I wanted to be put out a little bit, but I liked remembering it and not having to deal with the recovery for afterwards, for having to recover from waking up. And the anesthesiologist was awesome as far as asking me how I was doing. She did have an IV going on with some Tylenol, some Motrin. She was mentioning how I could get a little bit nauseous with all the medications going on and then any kind of pain going on, which I do not have any pain right now. And so she offered some Zofran. Went ahead and took it. I get nauseous easily and haven't had any issues with that. I'm limited today to not being able to lift more than 2 pounds. Eventually that'll work its way up to 4 pounds. I'll make another video and you can see how the progress is going as far as what I feel that I can and can't do. And so hit subscribe and then you'll get any updates on my recovery. I will have to wear this bandage for the next few days. Can't get it wet. And I'll be going back to the doctor in 2 weeks, and that's when he will completely remove everything. But in the next few days I could bring this down some and I have some more stripped if I do need to add some more and remove this if it does get wet. And I did have to cut a little bit on the sides here just because it seemed seemed a little bit too much pressure. It was a little tight. I did cut another on the little side right here. My fingers were still really numb when I did that, so my husband was able to help me with cutting that because you don't want to do it yourself because you might cut your hand and not even know it. So if you do feel some pressure there, it needs to be a little bit of relieving and have somebody else do it for you. I'm lucky to where I have somebody to be able to help me out today with my 1.5-year-old. You're going to need it because you're not going to be able to have that lifting. Tomorrow it'll be a different story, so I will let you know how that goes during diaper changes and anything that I've encountered. One thing that I have come across that's something that you can do ahead of time to make life easier for your pill bottles. The tops are really difficult to unscrew with limited use of hands, and so if you go ahead and get one of the little pill organizers to where you could just flip open the tops of those if you do have any pain management pills that you're going to be taking, go ahead and put them in those ahead of time. That way you don't have to worry about how am I going to get the lid off this medication. Another thing you can do beforehand is get smaller jugs of milk. You don't need a big giant gallon of milk, so that might be a little hard for the next day to be able to pour your milk with your opposite hand. I'm left-handed, so it's going to be awkward pouring with my right hand. So plan ahead for little things like that might make a difference and just making life a little easier in general. So other than that, no pain right now, and it looks probably a little bit more worse than what it is. I've got feeling back in my fingers for the most part. I still, when I go like this, I can still feel like how my carpal tunnel felt beforehand, where it just kind of tingles because the tips are numb. But as far as the surgery part where it made my whole hand numb, I can now feel down here. It still feels a little tingly, but I can actually feel this. It doesn't feel like my fingers are just huge and just oblivious to everything going on around them. So I can't feel them. The swelling has gone down. Make sure you have your arm up. If you fall asleep, have your arm up or up by your chest. You don't need to have it down or around when you're resting after your surgery. So I will let you know how the rest of the recovery goes and other tricks that I have learned as far as what might be helpful for recovery. And again, hit subscribe and ask me any questions in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Thank you. Bye.